Corbett Wall with DV Auction. Here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Friday, November the 13th. And this volatility in this futures market is just making the cash market so nervous, and just it's really hard to keep up with this board, and people are really getting tired of it. On Monday and Tuesday, the board, of course, down the limit. Come in on Wednesday, live cattle for December is up the $3 limit. Feeder cattle on Wednesday's up $3.30, but all the out front months are up $4.50, which is a limit. And the November contract was up the limit most of the day, backed off a little bit right before close there. On Thursday, things kind of did settle down a little bit. Live cattle were up $1.82 on the December contract to close at $133.15. Feeder cattle for November on Thursday was up 52 at $175.37. CME feeder cattle index for cash settlements 182.15 right now. Your real-time index on Cattle Market Central is a lot closer to what the board is at 174.43. Big contrast between there. Both those indexes are figured out of the same area. One's in some sales and one's in others, and they're not in the same sales, but they're in the same areas. But it's just because the market reports are sorting out so many of those lower selling cattle, and when the market breaks hard, they tend to downgrade those cattle and they don't end up going in the index. But your actual steer slaughter came out on Thursday for the week ending October the 31st, showed a dressed steer at 920 pounds, and just 2 weeks before that it was 930 pounds. So that's coming down a lot. That's going to help for your fat cattle trade a little bit. Basically no fed cattle have been sold this week. Just a few up there in Iowa and a few places, and it really looks like the Packers missed the boat this time, because they had everybody beat down so bad Tuesday and early Wednesday that they probably could have gotten them bought a whole lot cheaper. But now these feedlots are probably going to want at least steady money, but it remains to be seen what's going to happen there. Like I said, we haven't had any trade at all. El Reno, the OKC West market there, had over 9,000 head on Wednesday. Your market news called light test of feeders $6 to $12 lower. Steer and heifer calves $5 to $20 lower. But you look at Cattle Market Central market report out of El Reno, and it doesn't look like those calves were that much lower. You know, maybe $4, maybe $10 in extreme, but just not that much lower. They did have a lot of preconditioned calves in there that they call value added, and then they didn't compare the market back to them, so they were just comparing them to the just average cattle they had in there, and I think it distorted the trend a little bit, because markets were starting to come around a little bit on Wednesday, and for sure on Thursday. Look at Salina on Cattle Market Central there. They had a load of steers late Thursday afternoon after the board closed up again on Thursday. Weighed 818 at 181.50. Pretty good market there. You look at Huss Platte Valley market there on Wednesday. They had a short load of steers there, weighed 737. And now these cattle were coming in through Huss at Kearney, Nebraska, with a couple inches of snow on their back, because that big storm was blowing through right during the sale. But a short load of steers weighed 737 at 184.85. You look at a calf market there in O'Neill, Nebraska at Shamrock Livestock. They had a big load of steers on late Thursday, weighed 592 at 204.75. Check out DV Auction on Friday at 11 a.m. They got the Briggs Santa Gertrudis production sale in Victoria, Texas. That's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you next week.